Hi there, this is your teacher. I want to demonstrate to you how to do the math for day 1 of week 5. You will be doing subtraction review and you will be subtracting 2-digit numbers. This is a review, this is something you've already done, but I'm going to demonstrate how I want you to do it for this week. I want you to use the online tool called iTools. So I'm going to go ahead and paste in that link. I've already copied it and I'm pasting it in there. Now what I have in front of me is my computer with the internet browser on the left, and on the right is a photo of my copybook, because I want you to write your work in a copybook. I'm looking on the left here. I don't need to translate this page, so I'm going to click the close button. I do need to use subtraction, so I'm going to click on activities and choose subtract. And I'm not subtracting ones, I'll be subtracting in the tens, so I need to have the tens available. Okay, my iTools is ready to go. I need to get my copybook ready to go. So I'm going to look down at my worksheet. You can't see it, it's not on the screen. And I'm going to copy the first math problem into my copybook. In the first problem, I'm going to write a 1 and I'm going to draw a circle around that 1. And this is a signal to me and my teacher that this is problem number 1 and that this digit is not part of the math itself. It's just a label telling me problem 1. And my math problem is 95 minus 53. So I'm going to start by copying 95 onto my copybook, and I'm going to subtract 53. Okay, my copybook is almost ready. I need to put that bar. Ta-da! All right, I'm ready to set up the math on the iTools. Now, as a quick review, this math problem I just copied came from the worksheet for this week. Okay, so I'm looking at it. It's not on my computer. You can't see it. When you're doing your math from the PowerPoint, you'll see it in the PowerPoint. I now want to build this in the iTools. So I'm going to start by building 95. That's the quantity I start with, and then I will subtract the 53. So building 95. 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, I have my 90. I need the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to click line up to make it organized. Okay, I have 95 set up in the Base10 blocks. I have it recorded in my copybook. I am ready to subtract. I'm going to click the subtract button. And I'm going to start by thinking about the ones place. In the ones place, I have 5 ones, and the math problem tells me to subtract 3 ones. So I'm going to come over here and try to subtract 3 ones. Oh, 5 is greater than 3. So yes, I can do that. I don't need to regroup. I have enough ones to subtract. So I'll subtract 1. I'm not clicking on it. 1, 2, 3. I want you to notice if I don't click on a block, I get that error. Now I'm going to come over here to my copybook and I'm going to write out the answer. If I have 5 ones and I give away 3 ones, that leaves 2 ones. So I've recorded the math as I go. Now I'm ready to subtract 9 tens minus 5 tens. Come back over here to my iTools and I'm going to subtract 5 tens. 1, 2, oops, I wasn't pointing on it. 2, 3, oh, I need to point carefully. I have 4 and 5. I have subtracted 5. I'm going to double check my math right now. I see here it says 95 minus 53. That's the actions I've done so far. I built the 95 and I've clicked to subtract 53. I'm going to double check over here with my copybook. I see a 95 minus 53, And the first part of my answer I've written down, double checking my work. I'm going to look at my worksheet and make sure that I actually wrote down what it says on my worksheet, and yes, it does. It says 95 minus 53 on my worksheet. I am double checking my work now, and let's move on to finish subtracting in the tens place. So I see here 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 tens left. I'm counting the blocks to help me here, just like I counted the blocks to help me in the ones place. 9 minus 5 is 4. I'm going to record that 4. I'm going to come over here to the mat, and I'm going to put in my answer. Using my keyboard, I'm going to press the 4 and the 2, and that's what I have for my answer. I built it, I subtracted it, I recorded it, I'm going to check it. Hey, I did it right. So that's how you can use the base 10 blocks to model a subtraction problem, and how to use your copybook to record that. Now, let's do one more. Let's do one that requires regrouping. Okay, so I need to start with a clean copybook. So you're not going to do this, but I am. You're just going to move to another part of your copybook. All right, I need a new one, so I'm going to come in here, grab that. I want to reorganize this a little bit so it's all on the screen. And I need to set up my next math problem. And the next math problem I'm going to work on is problem number 2. And I'm going to go ahead, and please don't do your math in pen. I'm doing it digitally, so it's a little different. So problem number 2 with a circle around it, that's the label that tells me it's not part of my math, but it is problem number 2. Checking my worksheet, and my worksheet is 55 minus 26. Okay, I have recorded problem number 2 in my copybook, and now I'm ready to go to the math manipulatives. Oh, I can see that it's got a math problem already. I'm going to use the little broom, and I'm going to clear the work mat. Double check it's still tens. Now it's going to work for me just great. And this time I'm building the number 55 and subtracting 26. So let's start by making 55. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens. And now I need 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to go ahead and line it up. I'm going to do a quick double check. 55 on the work mat, 55 in my copybook, and let me pick up my worksheet, double check that. Yes, 55. Now I need to subtract 26. I'm going to click the subtract button. And as always with addition and subtraction, I start in the ones place. I see that I have 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But my math problem is telling me to subtract 6. Well, if I have $5, I can't spend $6. But I don't really have just $5. I have $55. So what I need to do is move a 10. And that 10 is not coming out of my imagination. That 10 is going to come from the 5 tens over here. How do I do that? I regroup. I'm going to move a 10 over. And that 110 just became 10 ones. I need to record what I just did in my copybook. In my copybook, I'm going to write down, I'm going to use a different color to help you. I took a 10 from here. And over here on the mat, I can see there are 4 tens left. So I'm going to record 4 up here. There are 4 tens left over here. But I didn't throw away that 10. I just moved it to the ones place. So there's I know that 110 plus 5 ones makes 15. There's the 10 I moved, and there's the 5 ones that were already there. And that's how I recorded that math problem. That's how I recorded what I just did over here on the left. I just want you to notice that. I want you to notice one more thing. This the work mat over here still shows 55. I haven't subtracted anything. And this work mat does not show the regrouping either. Why doesn't it show that? Because there's still 55 on the work mat. Here's 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, 4 10s, 5 10s is 55. I just moved a 10. That's it. And there's those 5 ones that were already there. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. This 55 is still there. This 55 is still here in the math problem. I've just recorded it differently. That's all. Now I'm ready to subtract. 15 minus 6 I can do. I can do 15 minus 6. What does that look like? Using my work mat, I'm going to come over here and start subtracting 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I got to click right on it. I have subtracted 6 ones, and that's recorded over here. What do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 left. So I'm going to come over here and record that. 15 minus 6 is 9. On the work mat, let's look again. 15 minus 6 leaves 9. So I can go ahead and type that right there. I'm not ready to check yet. Okay, I have subtracted the ones. Ones are done. I need to subtract the 10s. And I see the math problem here says 4 minus 2. I have 4, and I need to minus 2. Let's remember why there's 4. I moved a 10. So just 4 minus 10, minus 2, excuse me, 2 10s. 1 10, 1 10. Oops, I need to click right on it. Oops, click right on it. Come on. Finally, I clicked right on it. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to double check my work now. I show 26 here being subtracted. I see 26 here being subtracted. So my math is okay so far. Let me count how many 10s I have. There are 2 10s left. So I'm going to come over here and record 2 10s. 4 10s minus 2 10s is 2 10s. 4 10s minus 2 10s leaves 2 10s. Let's look here really carefully. This is where that 5th 10 went. It was here, and we moved it here. So when I look here, I still see that 5. I don't see the marking showing that I moved the 4. I don't see that here. I am not going to look here and say to myself 5 minus 2 is 3, because if I do that, first of all, I don't have 3 10s over here remaining. So that would be a big signal to me that I made a mistake putting a 3 here. And here's the other signal. If I click check, it tells me to try again. That's because I didn't do the math right. I didn't type it right. I want to make sure that I put 2 10s. And now I'm going to check. And that's it. Okay, so now you know how to use these blocks to set up a math problem and subtract, and you also know how to record your work in a copybook. So, all right, if you have any questions, send me a message.